Welcome back to SipNchat, guys. With myself, I am Jade, and I have my co-host filling in for Azem, the Cynthia. We have a very special guest. Somebody who is no stranger to St. Kitts and Nevis, hopefully.
Should be no stranger to the television as well.
Yes. But he is the new musical ambassador in the Ministry of Sports and Creative Economy. I said new, but are you the first?
I am the very first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love a good first.
Yeah.
Right? Trailblazing. Yes, we have
know.
Mr. Kervin Benjamin.
Yes, I mean, I've been trailblazing for quite some time. And I just want to say good morning to the Sip and Chat family.
Yes, that is us.
So, I am just awaiting all the questions
Okay,
that are going to be
questions?
thrown at me.
Hold on, no man. Let the man just reach.
I mean, everybody already knows who I am. I am Kervin Infamus Benjamin, hailing from the great community of Keon. Well, town.
What? What do you mean?
Can't used to be a town.
Yeah. Come on, Jade.
I mean, because you know how they be with the community pride.
Right.
Okay, yeah, you can't say no about them. But welcome. It's a long time.
It's good to be here. Well, I have to get back into the whole interviewing vibe.
Oh, talking to the cameras again. Okay, in your new position.
Yep.
Well, before we even jump into that position, right? Let them know what you've been up to.
I have been up to getting myself embodied into the role, actually. That is just about it.
You just try to be the best.
Basically trying to fine-tune everything because it's a fairly new position. We have to cross all the T's and dot all the I's to make sure that the foundation is proper.
Yeah.
Because we don't necessarily want it to be a start and stop thing, and we don't want to leave it there by chance for anybody to not know that there was work done before.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of foundation building right now.
So did they approach you for this position, or was it something?
I was approached for the position. I give thanks as well. I just want to say that to the Father of above and my parents and my whole support mechanism who really made it possible. So I was definitely approached about the position because it is not necessarily a position. We're trying to unpoliticize the position.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
But you're right, and good luck with that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I am happy that I am now a part of a newly formed government who, in my opinion, definitely has creative economy and, sports as well, best interests at heart.
Well,
what's by and large.
Okay, two very important.
I am very confident about that.
We holding you to it, you know?
We holding you to it.
We holding you to it,
man. To signal that I could
go
start
ahead.
So I think the creative economy, we have been speaking about it for some time, and I feel like it was all, just in the works and in the words.
Yes, it was.
So
yes, it was.
what is in the action? You don't have to talk about all the new things, but what is that one thing that you hope to really establish in that economy?
Are you already starting to establish?
Well, policies.
Policies, okay.
No, policies and proper infrastructure. Legally first. Because, business, like the business aspect is what I feel is lacking. We're not lacking talent.
No, that's
We're just lacking the business aspect of it. We're marketing, lawyers, entertainment lawyers, and all of that get involved. So policies for one, and law, and making sure that we get all them things that solidified first, so that we could then move forward with the theory and the practical, which would be the studio time, singer-songwriting business, and all of that. So right now it's more about creating decent enough policies so everybody could be happy.
If you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know, but Infamus is one of our founding creatives in the music industry.
Yes.
Well, in the modern time.
Modern times, that's true. Modern times.
Because they were the greats before me, and I'd like to mention them. Masood Siddiqui, Crucial Banky, Mr. Mention, Mr. World, Smiley, and countless others. But those are the people who I look up to.
Yeah, I think she meant for our generation.
Our
Yeah, I know,
generation.
but I'd like to
And a
mention
different
them.
genre.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
we need to mention
We
them
have
as
to,
well.
we have to give
because
them
I'm
their
sure you got
flowers.
some of your
A lot of inspiration from
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How are you going to use your experience, the trial and errors that you've had, the just general experience to help build this?
To be very honest with you, as you know, in anything that we do, there's a lot of ups and downs, obviously. So it's just for me to impart that knowledge on the youths. And as I said, help the government to understand the business side of the entertainment. Because as you said, rightfully said, there's always been a lot of fluff and talk about getting it done. So that is what I am here for, to help them to understand, because then they could readily identify with me, knowing that I have been in the business for quite some time.
Okay.
And not only that, I feel like in the past, and this is just my opinion, I feel like a lot of the times, the people who've been trying to establish or have the conversations, they don't necessarily understand.
Okay, so it was a lot of square pegs involved.
Yeah, it's like you can't,
Yeah.
you can't develop policy around entertainment and artists and the field of entertainment without having people who actually know what entertainment entails, and from all aspects. So promoters, artists, people who just make beats, anybody who is involved in,
as you said, lawyers, everybody. Is a whole.
You need a group of people.
Yes.
You can't just decide, okay, well, you know what, we're gonna make some policy on this. I can just write some things based on what I feel like. That don't work.
So it's good to have people that knows about the business, helping you to build the business.
Yeah, it is necessary.
In terms of building the business, creative economy might seem like a wide
Yes, it is.
umbrella.
It is not just music alone. You know, it's dance, theater, videography, photography. There's a wide range of things. So there's a lot of ground to cover, but you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, instead of trying to put our hands in everything, we do it one by one and in segments. I mean, no segment is better than any, but you have to start somewhere, as I say, and we don't want to leave anyone out.
Okay.
Where we are going to start, we're still working on it.
All right.
Okay.
Just so that we don't ruffle any feathers.
I have an opinion on that. I have an opinion on that, but I won't say publicly. What I do hope for the creative economy is that there is room for the wider scope of creativity, and that although you're pinpointing where you'll start and where you hope to go, that during that process that there is still room to include persons, especially like the one-off creatives where you're not the majority, but you know we could work with you for where we are now.
Right.
So that when we get to that point, we already have some inkling of what this looks like.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, so it's like walking on eggshells, you know what I mean? As you said, there's a lot of different factions when it comes to entertainment in particular. So I think we are going to do a decent enough job at making everybody happy.
I'm holding you guys to it.
Yeah.
And I've said it publicly, so.
Yeah, and this is live, so they could go back, clip it,
Record it.
Yeah. So a lot of the times I feel like we focus solely on St. Kitts. What about the Nevis aspect? Because you know, there's entertainers in Nevis and they do not appreciate that at all.
Well, we are going to be in talks. The talks haven't started as yet, but we are going to be in talks with the Ministry of Entertainment and Culture, sorry. I don't think they have...
No, I think this is culture.
So it's culture as well. So there are going to be conversations to be had, and we're going to take it from there. But I really would love to see Nevis be a part of this, because I have some entertainer friends in Nevis as well, young and old, who really want us to be at least try to be one.
Yeah, feel like, so everybody included.
I don't think it will be a struggle, honestly, because everybody wants the same thing, and we're striving for the same goal. So I foresee it being something that can happen and will happen, but the conversation just hasn't started as yet.
Okay. Well, even before getting this position, what were some of the things that you recognize, especially in St. Kitts and Nevis, was a big issue? Like, I know you mentioned policy, right? So we know that the law side was an issue, but what other sides did you recognize, okay, well, if we don't fix these things, we won't have a thriving entertainment industry in the future? You
know, that's a good question, because I've always thought that it was just policy alone. As I said before, we're not lacking in terms of talent. We might be lacking a bit in terms of discipline, right? But talent-wise, I think that we have passed that threshold where we could be self-sustainable, right? And we do have enough talent and producers and dancers and singers to do what we have to do. So I personally believe that only the business aspect of it needs to be the business and the marketing. Those are the major two things that I think needs to be looked into heavily.
Yeah. For me, I feel like one thing that we're missing
And even the financial part.
Yeah, of course.
So,
you need money to
yes,
make anything
yes.
move, so that's...
So
that's
I guess from a financial aspect, I think that needs to grow as well.
You think there should be something in place where entertainers could look to say, okay, well, I need a loan to buy some equipment. I could go here because I know that they...
Yes, and I know that culture has something there already, but it can expand, I guess. I mean, it should.
Yeah.
We should use that type of language. It should expand, and it should be easily accessible. You know, but you just don't know. You just don't know. I find that research is a serious thing that we as entertainers need to do as well.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, so I can't just put everything on the government and say, well, you know, it's their fault. We have our part to play, and I am going to try to step up their game when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think...
Because knowledge is power.
It is definitely power. And I also think that one thing we kind of lack too is being together. Like, it always feel like we're fighting.
Yeah.
Amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
A fight at the bottom even.
Yeah.
That is something that I personally try to rectify at times and my own personal time. You know, because I believe in the brotherhood and I believe that each one teach one, help one type of vibe. So that is something that I will continue to do. As I say, in everything the government will be able to do.
This is not the government's
so
task
it
at all.
is just more about us and how we deal with each other personally. You know, because as you know, there's always been a lot in-house fighting and pulling and tugging and somebody soon reach and that type of vibe.
Yeah.
You know, we call it bad mind.
Yep.
So as long as we could smooth out that type of vibe, I think that we will have more people out there because we only need one through the door.
That is true.
I was always of the opinion that we only needed one.
Yeah.
And then everybody gonna come looking.
Yeah.
But if we don't have any material, proper material to give to them, then where are we?
And right now is the time that they're looking because, you know, we have an artist that is out there dominating right now. So everybody looking back like, okay, let me see what else is happening in tickets. Let me see what else they offer entertainment-wise. So yeah, you are correct. It is a good time for us to start making sure that...
That is something that we should be working on as a government, you know, because, you know, now I am in a government position actually.
Okay.
So the conversations will be had, and hopefully they can come into fruition. If not all, maybe 75%.
Yeah, we just need to feel like we're seeing something and not just intermission
and just
talk.
Yeah. The next time I come back here, I want to be able to say,
this was done.
Yes.
This policy is in place. This has started.
No, we're gonna act definitely.
Yeah, I know.
So it's very new. Structures are being put in place, but I don't necessarily think it's something that we have to start from scratch.
Yeah, we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados even, Brazil, far but still close, have established entertainment, creative industries. Is there opportunity where we can each one teach one, learn from, send persons to these places or bring persons in to say, well, you know, we did it already, this didn't work, or this could have worked had we done it this way. Is there anything like that happening?
So what will happen eventually is the creative economy and foreign affairs will get in touch with the other ministries from the other islands to see how best we could network and coexist.
I'm happy about that.
Because we always have plenty artists from either north or south of the Caribbean coming here for the Sankis Music Festival. And we believe that in turn we could also have this, not networking, but exchange. You know, so not just, like, we can't be the only ones bringing. We need some assistance as well. We need artists on your shows and that type of vibe. So the networking will start. It's just a matter of when. You know, I like to be very honest when I speak on these things.
Yeah, as it should be. As it should be.
It's just a matter of when, and I don't foresee it taking too long, to be honest with you. The country is about to take off.
It is. Well, to get some insight there,
Maybe I
since
know
you know.
something that you don't.
Yeah, clearly. clearly.
Spirit over here.
Yeah.
So we could run with that for today.
The country's
As I
about
said,
to take off.
So when I
Okay.
get back here again, I will have greater news for you.
Okay.
I guarantee you that much.
Nice.
Also, you're the man with all good news.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, because you feel so.
But for the creative economy, for the creative economy and entertainers as a whole, there's a lot of things in the works, and they're coming very, very soon.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
When you say soon, like.
Before the year is out.
Okay.
How much
Okay.
more
Okay.
months we got here?
We have 6 more months.
We gauge a little bit. Okay, the next 6 months, we could say that we will see some changes in.
Well, I could drop at least one project.
Okay, exclusive. All right, yes.
You know,
It's just a little
SipNchat.
thing. Next month will be my first ambassadorial trip. You know,
Okay.
and I'm not going to name the players, but I will be traveling with a contingency of 2 artists, obviously, to Jamaica.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Can I
so-
come? Y'all need a liaison? I'm good at this, you know.
So God spare
I'm
life.
a good host as well.
That will that will come to pass next month, and that is where the networking will start.
Okay.
You know, Jade said it as a joke, but it's actually really serious. Somebody to document
Yes,
the
a
process,
videographer.
liaison, all of that
I
to
tell
make
them,
sure that,
Caribbean, you know.
to make sure that what has happened didn't just happen in our mind, but we have documentation of
Right.
it happening.
And that is the whole structure of the trip, actually, to document the whole vibe. Let me bring it back down to earth now. Document the whole vibe and bring back the package to the people so that they could see what direction we are going in and where we honestly think we should continue to go in.
Okay, nice.
But networking is a must, and internationally, you know, because we can't just stay here, clump up in this little corner. We have to spread our wings so that we could get investment to come back in, because it can always be the government, you know, putting out and not getting back. So it's a whole movement, man.
No, we know that.
It's a whole movement.
I think what happened
And as
is
I say,
that-
it's not just fluff.
Yeah, I think what happened is a lot of people don't understand the industry itself, so they
Yes.
just think it's something where we just out here playing or we're doing it part
Yeah.
time, not realizing like people's careers and everything is in entertainment.
And the
This
funny
is
thing is,
actual
I've
jobs
been
and stuff.
subjected to that for years, and
Oh, that's
people,
it. You're just singing because
and people like seriously don't understand the mental stress, just the mental alone. Physically, you're running up and down on the stage, but the mental stress that comes with being an entertainer, a public figure. It is a serious business. I mean, the business itself is stressing.
Yeah.
You could only imagine when you got to deal with people.
yeah, it is true.
So
And-
I mean, well, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I always bring it back to COVID because I'm sure all of us sat and looked at the reactions from people when it
Yeah.
came to the entertainment industry. I was like, well, damn, y'all only like us because y'all think we're entertaining you. Y'all don't
Right.
even really care about us in that way. Like, professionally, y'all don't care about if we eat or not.
Yeah.
You know, they was telling us, go look real jobs.
That was a thing.
Go get a real job. I'm like, but I thought I did. I thought y'all knew that this is actually a real 9 to 5 because y'all favorite artists doing it.
Right, and it came back down to respect. Like, you
Yes.
clearly saw us as just gimmicky, running up out a stage,
Yeah.
and then when you walk away, oh, it's not a real thing, it's not a real job.
Until they need us.
Until they need you
Yeah.
again.
So hopefully we could change the whole perspective. It will help to change the perspective and get more people to see entertainers as being professionals as well. You know, that is one of the goals, and I am, well, to be very honest with you, and I was not told to say this, but the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis,
What is it?
the Honorable Dr. Terence Joe, is adamant, right, that the orange economy must get going for us to be sustainable as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Because we all know that entertainment is a $1 trillion industry.
We just see it all the time, we just use it all
And
the time.
we just need to tap into it more.
Yeah.
Hence why he appointed me the musical ambassador so that we could try.
Appointed by the Prime Minister.
So we could we could try and tap into it. You know?
yeah.
And that's just about it, really.
No,
I am up for the challenge. I have always been ready to serve. You know, even being Infamus alone.
Yeah.
I've always been ready to represent. You know that thing I used to say,
Yeah.
Infamus and represent.
I look at you doing it now, eh?
Yeah, so I've always been ready to represent, and I'm ready to serve and do the people's work. That's just about it.
So when you're in your suit and stuff, did I call you Infamus or did I call you Kervin?
They just willfully call me the ambassador now.
I like it.
It's
You
a bit
spoke
strange,
about the
but-
mental, so when
yeah.
people call you the ambassador, it registers.
Yeah.
I am the ambassador
Yeah.
for music in St. Kitts. And
So it's a bit strange, but
They let you forget, man.
yeah.
And we appreciate the work that you're doing. We appreciate you taking up the mantle. You know, when they asked you to rise to this occasion, you said, yes, I'm ready to serve, because we do need it. The truth is, we do need somebody, we need a team of people that would actually
Yes.
try and fight for us, because we just been marginalized all this
Right,
time.
and that is the main focus of this role as well. Well, me as an individual and personally, that is what I am going to do. And if they want me, I'll just be back here.
Well, you know,
but the fight,
I can't watch you from here.
the fight is a serious one, and we all know. As you say, we were not treated with much respect. So hopefully that whole narrative can change, and it will change. To be honest with you.
I love it.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing them changes. You said, what, 6 months? Okay, I'm going to hold you to it, you
Hold
know.
it till the 6 months.
Every month I'm going to be like, we're rich.
And after the trip, I'll be back to
Okay. When
to
you say you're leaving?
The 11th. It is proposed that we leave.
The
on
11th of July, okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, we're going to be looking for the updates. We hope y'all will be updating the socials and, you know, doing little
Yeah,
snaps
most
here and there.
definitely.
Yeah.
Social
As I
media
say, I
is a
got
big
to
part
get
of
back
it.
in the whole vibe.
Yeah, remember, I just do them things too.
Yeah.
So in case you want to walk with me
And
too.
I have a good, you know.
Well, you hosted, Jesse. I
I
wanted
do
to.
know.
You
but
just walk up.
Girl, I could step into a room and shine, you know.
That is true. That is
Oh.
true. They need to look at you too.
Right.
But so we look forward to seeing all the updates of the trip and having you back when you return from that trip to give us an update on how it went.
Most definitely. And I'll be back with the team as well.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
please
so
make sure you bring the artists
I'm
because
not
we
going
want
to
to hear
come
from
alone.
them. Yeah. We look forward to that.
Next time I'll let them talk.
Don't try that, you know. You don't try
You
that.
know, although we're trickling down, interview is one of those things that I felt that artists, especially local artists, wasn't quite comfortable with.
Right.
They sometimes get intimidated with somebody they don't know, sticking a mic in their face.
Or
saying
asking them a
that,
question that are
asking
deemed
them a
personal.
question, you know.
Yeah.
So I hope that's one of the areas that...
And you know, all week, for at least 2 weeks, and to be very honest with you, since Mr. Byron Messiah left St. Kitts and became a superstar, that has been one of the biggest conversations, you know,
Yeah.
and that is an area that we most definitely will be looking into. Public speaking, because it's totally
media trading.
It's just different to being on stage, eh? So
Yeah.
public speaking is totally different. Media training, as you said,
They also.
so
Talk to me. There's so many things that y'all need to hear. You know what has really stressed me out? Side note, you know what has really, really stressed me out and irks me? The lack of
Articulation?
a press kit.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to be, as a graphic designer, hunting down Facebook
right,
to find a picture that I got to go edit now to make you look like a person.
Yes.
She does a good job at it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you.
And I would say live, me and Jade, we've been working for like 2 months now, and
Yeah.
I need her on my team.
I hear, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready. But
You do
I
some
feel
brilliant work, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
But
that.
I understand what you're saying with the press kit. You know, in my early time, that was readily available. Unfortunately, you know,
need some pictures in the
yes,
suit.
I took some time off, so I need to get back into the whole press kit vibe.
Yeah. But not only for, like you do as well, but I just think most entertainers, artists, no matter what it says, if you know that there's a slight possibility that you're gonna end up on a flyer, get your stuff ready.
Yes.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah, DJs.
And if you're serious about yourself, you put the investment
You
in
have
yourself.
to invest in
Have
your brand.
the photo. You don't want when somebody say, send me a photo, you're like, oh my God.
Yes.
Say if one of these your co-workers and then is your hand cut off and we gotta go. Like, don't stress me out about that.
That's the marketing aspect, you know. That's where you need a proper team. You know? And I would
yeah.
always encourage any artist to get a proper team around you. Management, even if it's your friend.
Yeah.
Somebody you could take constructive criticism from as well, and that type of vibe. So you'd build a nice, decent team around you, because as an artist, you ain't gonna be able to follow up on everything.
No.
You know, there are times when we do lag because we're more focused on the writing and the studio time and all of that. So you definitely team management, time management, and all discipline and all them things are gonna come into play as an artist. That was just my little advice to you. And hard work gets you everywhere.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
And consistency open doors.
Yes.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much for coming and
Yes,
spending some time with us.
It was a pleasure being here. As I said, I just gave up myself for a lot more interviews.
Yes, yes.
Nice. And you did a really good job.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you.
Must say, you did a
I
good
practiced
job.
since last night.
That's good. And we're laughing, but that's really what it is. You know, practice,
Yeah.
make sure that when I show up, I'm prepared for
Right.
as much questions as possible.
I know what I'm talking
and it takes
about.
knowing the information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, thank you again for joining us. We look forward to all your future endeavors.
And before I leave, say me no know about you.
But we love sex, it's bad. I can't say
You're
no.
brave, because I wasn't going to do it, you know.
Wait.
No, it's okay, I can't
It
do
was a
that.
pleasure being here.
Yes. Guys, we will be right back with more Sip and Chat. Stick and stay, don't go anywhere.